What's going on, guys? I'm Jay the Black. Shout out to everyone that's tuning in. Make sure you like this video and share it because I'm going to speak about why I feel like a lot of these Western modern women are going to be on the losing end of the dating market. And Amber Rose is definitely a part of that because she posted some things to her Instagram story that I found to be a good topic to speak about. Now, she went on this Instagram rant in her stories that I was able to retrieve. You should be able to see one of them here in the video. It says, in words be wanting love, support, affection, commitment, loyalty, and raw relations, but as friends. She also said, shit is real weird out here. Y'all be safe though. How do you men grow up with single moms and don't have respect for women? That is what Amber Rose had to say. Listen, let me start off with the whole men loving women because they grew up with single mothers. I don't believe that men who have single mothers are just automatically going to love a woman, appreciate her, and want to be in a relationship or marriage with her. Now, you have a lot of guys who grew up with single mothers. They do want that, but a lot of them didn't have a family unit. So just because they grew up with a single mother doesn't mean that they are treating them worse or even better. You got a lot of guys who grew up in single parent households who end up treating women actually very good, but those women end up treating those men very poorly. And because those guys didn't have father figures, they don't handle it a lot of times the best way. They get emotional, they get irrational. And that's due to growing up in a single mother household. Single mother households do not breed the best group of men to find relationships and marriages with most of the time. You can even talk to a lot of men who didn't grow up with a father in the household. They don't know what it's like to have a father in the household, to provide, to be the protector, to be looked upon as a leader in the household. They had their mother to look to or grandmother. There was no father there. So you got women like Amber Rose who once again is pointing the finger and wanted to know why men no longer see them as relationship material and only see them as somebody to sleep with. You got to look at the fact that women these days, they treat themselves as nothing more than physical objects. Look no further than Amber Rose. She did a whole slow walk. For a couple years, she did a slow walk. But you wonder why men keep women in the friend zone and only sleep with them? You're pushing a culture of just, let's sleep with this person, let's sleep with that person. Amber Rose doesn't promote relationships or marriages, only when she's in one, but then she don't even promote it. She's a hypocrite by her own standards, because if you want a man who's monogamous, but you're pushing the slower walks, telling women it's okay to be in the streets, then yeah, that the men's mindsets are going to be set on friend zoning these females and only being friends with benefits with them, not being in a relationship or marriage. That's why these guys are getting relationship benefits in a friendship. They're able to sleep with these women. They're able to get loyalty from these women. It's just like when women be side chicks. You got women out there who are completely loyal to the men that they are getting with, the married men that they are getting with, the men who are in relationships. There was even a saying about how loyal side chicks were, and that side chicks are more loyal than the girlfriends. And I think that that's true. I do think that that's true, man. You have a lot of these particular females who end up side chicks and they are very loyal. They're not even going to try to get into a relationship on their own. They're going to sit up there and they think that they're going to be able to sleep with this man and be loyal to this man and he's gonna see how great she is, how great she would be for a relationship, and he's gonna want to be with her, when a lot of times that never really comes to fruition. It never comes to fruition. They end up getting disappointed. That's why you see so many women putting these men on blast, because they thought they were going to get a relationship, and it never happens. They wasted all that time. And Amber Rose got to understand that men of today do not view the majority of women these days as relationship material. They just don't. They don't view them as relationship material. And I think a lot of these women have nobody but themselves to blame. Let's look at Amber Rose. Look at Amber Rose and what she pushes. She pushes a culture of women embracing the streets. She's talking about how a lot of these males seek love and support and affection and commitment and raw relations, but only as friends. Well, look at the culture that you and other women are promoting to other women. You're telling them that it's okay to be for the streets, that it's okay to just have no discipline when it comes to your body. That's why you were doing the slower walks. You should have been telling these women you need to pursue relationships and marriages. So then these males would not treat them as friends with benefits, jump offs, side pieces, situationships. But a lot of these Western women are not wife material. They're not. Look at Amber Rose. She's at a point to where no matter who she dates, the relationship is going to fall apart. It's because of her mentality. And if you have her mentality, you're not going to be able to keep a man. And for this notion that because a man grew up in a single parent household, he's going to treat a woman better, that's the problem. Men should not be growing up in single parent households. Neither should women, because it affects both of them. A lot of these young males and females need fathers and mothers in the home. But too many women are comfortable being single mothers, and they're comfortable dating different men, bringing different men in and out of the home who are not even leaders of the home. She the leader, and that's where she wants it. A lot of these women want to be for the streets. They're just not going to say it. But that's the culture that you have pushed, Amber Rose. You've pushed a culture of women being okay casually dating different men and not settling down. See, that's my problem with a lot of these women, like your Cardi B's of the world. Some of these other women, these female artists who make music, even Beyonce talking about she's a feminist, but you're in a patriarchal relationship. Don't get it twisted. It's a patriarchal relationship. Jay-Z is the head of that household. Okay? Jay-Z is the main decision maker. I believe Beyonce looks to Jay-Z to make the tough decisions because she ain't making them. Because she's used to being a two-parent household, and she's used to being around a father who's domineering and who makes the decisions. Her father was her manager for a long time. But a lot of these other women didn't grow up in that type of situation. So they don't know what it's like to have a man leading. So when it comes to relationships, they want all the say-so and the power. And the thing is, they're leading the relationship in the wrong direction. But you can't tell them that, because they think that they're leading the relationship in the right direction. And that's not true. Just look at the numbers of women that are single, especially in the Black community. Look at how many of these women are single. Look how many of these women are struggling. Okay? They're struggling to find something, to find some type of love, some type of attachment. It just ain't there. And it ain't there because these women who didn't grow up with fathers in the home, they go seeking either older men, or they will get into some type of relationship with a married man or a man who's in a relationship. They don't know what it's like to actually go and get a man of their own. They don't know what it's like to have a man who can lead the household, a man that they can fully commit to. Because there are women that they don't commit to the guy they with. They have 1 foot in a relationship, 1 foot out. People say you could say the same thing for men, but the statistics don't, it's not adding up. There's a lot of women out there and a lot of them are single. And they want to talk about all these numbers of men who just aren't available there. But you have to look at the amount of women who are available. There are men who are not going to date single mothers. And that's a high amount of women these days that are single mothers. And men ain't taking them seriously like that. Especially men who don't have children and might be eligible bachelors. They have higher standards. But the guys that don't have much going on, of course they're going to date single mothers. They need a place to stay. And women like Amber Rose are starting to feel like they're going to be single as they get older. And the fun is not going to be there anymore. Look who she dated 10 years ago and look who she's dating now. Ain't no telling who she going to be with next. This is what happens when you in these entertainment streets and you think you're always going to be the hot girl. That's not how it is. You're going to be forgotten and you're going to be someone who's struggling to try to get back to where you were. This is why Amber Rose announced that she was basically back for the streets after her recent breakup, but you can tell she still ain't got over that dude. That dude is out living his life. He ain't caring about her like that. While she's sitting at home or wherever she's at, posting about either men who grew up in single parent households not loving women enough, or why men only want women to be friends with benefits. But Amber Rose should look herself in the mirror to figure that out. So let me know in the comment section below and let me know your thoughts.